Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to explain why I personally put certain cards into sleeves. So the main ones you will find me put into sleeves, is the EXs and then any of your secret rares. So that'd be your illustration rares, your full arts, your special illustration rares, and your gold cards. But I also will put certain reverse hollows and hollows into sleeves, and that's only to protect them when I put them into the binder. So I know that they won't get scratched or damaged while they're in the binder. So while I'm collecting that set, and then I know for future that them certain cards will be in better condition. I will not typically sleeve, and I haven't actually ever sleeved any of the commons and uncommons because it's just not worth the sleeve value because of them only being worth literal pennies. So the reason why it is sleeved is to protect them. So it's any cards really that'll be of value. So typically current EXs aren't actually worth too much, but they're more than just your pennies for things. So they are into your pounds. And for your any of the secret rares, so the illustration rares through to the golds, they can be worth the typical more money. Some of them are worth just tens of pounds, while some of them can be worth hundreds of pounds. And especially at the moment with the way that Pokemon has just taken off. So you will typically find that I would be sleeving them into one of the penny sleeves. So either just the typical ones, it's depending on what I've got on hand. So I've got the normal ones like this, and I do have some tight fit cards. So that means it'll be exactly fitted to the card. So there isn't really any moving around, whereas in one of these sleeves, there is a little bit of movement. But then you will also see me pop it into one of these. So this one's called a top loader, and that's so it stops it from getting bent. The top loader can take some of that strain and not put any damage onto the card. So the card then is still in good condition and in mint condition. There is also something called a semi-top loader, and they look like this, a semi-rigid top loader. So they have a lot more flexibility to them, but they still can look after your cards and keep them safe. Just to show you about a tight fit sleeve, I have a card here. So as you can see, the sleeve has not got really any room either side, so you know there's no movement within of the card within this sleeve. So there's the two types of sleeves. The penny sleeves you can pick up pretty cheap, so they can just be a couple of pounds for like 100 of them, or if you buy on a larger scale, then they'll be cheaper, which could work out to either be, hence the name, a penny sleeve. So yeah, that's mainly why I personally make sure I sleeve these cards, is just to keep them in fresh pack condition. So hopefully then you will not see any creases that come on or any more whiting. Sometimes you can have some whiting on the card, and that'll be from manufacturers. So as they've cut the cards, the condition have come out at not 100%. You will find that. But you will also get a lot of whitening if you play with the cards. So over time, you'll find that the edges become a little bit more discoloured. and then you'll have them little creases and bits and pieces, and that's where you won't typically get a better grade. So it's mainly when you grade your cards, but it's also if you want to look at the cards in the future. So if you want to keep them for the future, if you like a certain card. So take it for instance, this card that I've just purchased myself. I just love the illustration and the artwork of it. So I've personally just bought it for me to look at in the future and keep an eye on it, because I do like the Galarian Moltres on this one. And yes, this one is a Japanese card, and you can tell by the difference. Japanese have got a different back to the English. So personally, I have just bought this card because I like the look of it. This is not a card that I am going to sell, and gonna just keep in my collection. But sometimes you either want it for your master set or your set, so you would put them into a penny sleeve and into your binder. Or sometimes people do the actual base set and then keep all the secret rares and stuff and illustration rares in a top loader and in a different case or something to protect them. But yeah, it's purely just so we can protect the cards. And as you can see, that this card should not get damaged as much, and it should be more protected. But yeah, so that is just a little explanation on my end on why I do a bit of the sleeving and what cards I will sleeve and why. And it is purely just so we can protect the cards and their values for the future. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'm sure we will talk to you soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.